Okay guys, I figured out Shanks. Look, in my opinion, Shanks is dirty. I've always felt like ever since we see him go to the Gorosei that he was a snitch and that he would be the final enemy versus what everybody else thinks, Blackbeard. So in chapter 1083, we learned a lot of things. The Revolutionaries raid was successful. The admirals were actually nerfed, so the admiral agenda is still strong. That the celestial dragons are struggling, they lost a lot of slaves. A big W to Sabo for dealing a blow to the world's strongest power. But more than anything, this chapter had me focused on the Holy Knights. And in particular, this silhouette right here. Yep. That's Shanks. Look, it fits my agenda, so I'm rocking with it. Shanks is the captain of the Holy Knights. He was planted on Roger by Emu to find Laughtail. Along the journey, Shanks learns everything, but he already knows that he needs Joy Boy to unlock the true potential of Laughtail. Because Roger already had a straw hat, that is the reason why Shanks was planted on him. And we actually learned that Shanks could have went to Laughtail, but chose to stay back to take care of a sick Buggy. The bullshit excuse. Shanks knew that he needed Joy Boy, so he didn't go in order to search for the Gum Gum no Mi. Now, it turns out that the government got to it first. However, Emu authorized Shanks to steal it in order for him to keep his persona as a pirate. Shanks' true objective was to build his strength outside of the world government in order to use his power to get around the seas freely as a pirate without actually having to deal with the world government or having to deal with the Marines. Because it's still mind-boggling to me how someone's an actual pirate, how they can walk into the world governments and claim to divulge information to its leaders. That's still not sus enough for y'all. Now, when Shanks stole the fruit, I would like to believe this part. The Nika did not allow Shanks or any of his crew members to eat it. Hence why they kept it in a chest and why they took it with them everywhere they went. Because it would make more sense for them to keep a devil fruit on their ship where it could be safe and secure versus bringing it with them. That's how important the item was, and that's why Shanks knew what it was. Luffy threw everything for Luke being one to eat it, but again, I think that the Gum Gum no Mi did not allow Shanks to eat it. The moment that Luffy ate it, Shanks knew in that moment that this boy had the potential to become Joy Boy, and that he would need to give Luffy the straw hat in order to push the influence upon him, and that he needed to keep his distance and let Luffy grow. Because look at it, everybody thinks that Shanks started the move because Kaido and Big Mom fell. No, Shanks started the move because in the news there's a picture of Luffy and it's obvious to Shanks that he became Joy Boy. Now it's the proper time to move for the One Piece as Emu instructed him to. Think about it guys, like for me, when Kaido said to Luffy, "So you couldn't become Joy Boy either," still rings with me. Like, that is such a weird line that stuck with me. But Luffy did actually become Joy Boy. So it's no surprise that all of a sudden Shanks is not showing mercy to anybody, hence him destroying Kid's entire crew and him with no hesitation. I would also like to think that Shanks' skill with a blade is a bit uncommon, right? Like, while we know that pirates fight with swords, they know that it doesn't necessarily make you a swordsman. So how was he fighting on par with Mihawk with a sword? Now, it's obvious that Haki is obviously a thing here. We've only seen Shanks use Haki imbued attacks. To fight a swordsman, I would think that you would need actual really decent sword skills. I mean, actual techniques. Here goes the Holy Knight Captain's techniques, where Shanks must know Holy Knight swordsmanship. That is why he was able to fight on par with Mihawk in particular. But that's my agenda. So going forward, everything is Shanks is the rat. This chapter was fantastic. I just had to get the story out there for you guys. So subscribe to the channel. I do One Piece content, all types of anime content. And thanks for watching.